let's have fun, let's have a good time. But let's make good decisions about it. Let's, you know, gosh, you guys, there's so many options now. I mean, does everybody have Uber or Lyft on their phone app?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Or a taxi cab, or a designated driver, or, you know what? Mom, hey, we're gonna be going out, some of us are going to a party. Would you mind picking us up later tonight? Guess what? Any one of your parents would go, yeah, you're an idiot. But yeah, absolutely. If you're not gonna be driving, I'll come and get you, you know? Or you got a friend that, you know, they're cramming for the exam and you're done. You're through your finals, they've got one more. They'd probably be glad to take a 10-minute break down and bring you back from someplace, you know, get up and away from their book and their computer for 10 minutes and go and be the hero for that night. There's a lot of different ways, you guys. And like I said, I just don't want any of your parents to get the phone call. You know, that's kind of my story. If anybody's got any questions, thoughts, comments, I will do my best to answer.
I have one question,
Yes.
I know we're filming today. Is there a way that, I have 3 young adult children who I would be so thankful to share your story. Is it on your website, or may I get?
We'll get your email and we will definitely get it sent over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because UCSB, San Diego, Monterey, and it's the Mallory College. That's what college kids do.
Yep, and you know what? We've actually done some PSA work with TDSB, and I'm sure we can get those over to you too. It's very powerful. It's actually one of the pieces is something I spoke about when I was talking earlier, is the young man, Raymond Marua, from his jail cell, talking about the morning after. Okay? And when you see the true horror in his face of what he has done, it's pretty powerful.
This will be on YouTube.
Pardon me?
This will be on YouTube.
Okay.
For
thank
sure.
you.
When you went through that, like, what did you do to just keep on, keep moving forward? Like,
You know what? Val for Mal is a thing that keeps me sane because,
yeah, what made you keep on forward?
well, I have a wife, 2 other sons, and guess what? I still have a daughter. Even though she doesn't walk the earth, she's still touching lives through Val for Mal. As I said to somebody just recently, if you're still touching people, aren't you still here? Okay? If she's still affecting lives, and if she affects one of you guys today, that means my Mallory is still in the world and touching lives. It's still touching people. So that gives me some solace. And yeah, there's mornings where it's like, how can I go on? And I'll talk to her, okay? Maybe, you know, it's kind of weird being an atheist, all of this, but we do what gets us through the day and makes us feel okay. I'm combining the picture. I love you, you know, and I don't know, maybe I'm doing that for me, but it feels like I still make a connection. Does that make any sense to anybody? Anybody else? Okay, I appreciate you guys listening to me. I hope I made an impact.
We have stickers back here.
And that none of you guys will have your parents get that damn phone. All right, thank you.
What would you like to say? Incredible. Thank you. And Mallory, do you have a booth downstairs as well?
Yeah, we sure
Okay.
do, and we have all of these bracelets that are taking them out to now and collecting them off the drink and drive. We have stickers and information.
And how do you fund your, the gifts that you're giving us right now? Do you have a nonprofit that
We do. We actually work under the aegis of Santa Barbara Foundation.
Okay.
And if you go valformal.org, it will bring you right to that page.
So we
We're
can do
in the ever-ending process of our own website. Because I think you're just too ambitious. What if you do too much? So we do still be built out. But right now, so we just kind of get that. But Honestly, if you type in Mallory Ray died, and the middle name is R-A-E, there's articles, stories, websites. Because that driver was an aide to the congressperson, there's been a ton of coverage on it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So, there's also, well, because it was the aide of the congressperson, it's an experience even more strange because so much of what should be private has been played out in the press. And again, just like it's not easy for me to get up here and speak, or it's not easy to speak to the newspapers, but I feel like, okay, this will help Val for Mal and our message get out to more people. And the more people it gets out to, the better chance we have of saving lives.
Absolutely.
So that's why I go through these sufferings, because if it saves one life in here, or you talk to somebody and you keep somebody from driving that's drunk, damn, we did good. So that's why I honor.
Well, my students, one of the bravest men that I've ever been able to hear from, because this is a message that nobody wants to be able to share. Never, I can't even imagine. So you have changed lives and touched a lot of us, and I thank you for that. Please pay heed to the words and be safe. Have a wonderful break, but be safe, be healthy, be back here. Okay? I'll see you in a week and a half.
All right.
That's the hardest decision. Big girl,
My name is Katie. Yeah, the first generation on March 20th.
Yes, they're all yours. Absolutely, your truck. I like that a lot. Bye, you two.
You know what?
Thank you, you too.
He doesn't appreciate you.
I don't have
That's what you do
information
as
to me
boss.
now, but if you email it, I'd be happy to get that. Okay? You're welcome. Oh, help yourself, sweetie, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
know,
Thank you.
that was bad timing, but you know what, I'm not finding
You look
my
right.
card. So I'm
Appreciate
gonna
it.
just write it on the back of
Appreciate
this
it.
officer's card because I have an experience. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have, my 23-year-old son just came back from Sweden post semi-pro hockey, and he's just finishing up a couple classes with his double major, graduated poli-sci, but boy, the boy can drink. You know, he just texted because he just got home last night, he's leaving, he goes, we're gonna go play beer dive. I mean, that's what they do on Del Playa, they
Yeah.
just drink.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, my 20-year-old daughter, not even 21, you know, they just drink. It's just part of the college. Well, that's not okay to
Well-
drink in excess, please, but then to take it and think it's the norm.
Well, okay. I know, because we're focused on this part of it.
Right.
But we're also working like with the Great Crisis and other groups there in Santa Barbara, because what's the leading factor in sexual assault?
Alcohol.
Same thing.
Right.
You know, and to us, you know, if you're out and you're drinking and you have that designated driver, guess what? That's also a pair of eyes saying, oh, no, you're not walking off with my friend here. Well, come on, honey, we're going home. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some creep, right?
Right.
Because,
Right.
you know, or slipping a roofie or whatever creep
Right,
moves there are,
right.
you know. Having one sober person in the group can alleviate some of those issues too.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that this age, I mean, our kids Uber all the time. They
Yeah.
make the choices that we did. When I was at San Diego State, we would leave the bar that we worked at, drink, and go to the next bar.
Right.
But our kids all have Uber, and they do use it, so
Yeah.
they're smarter than we were
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah, and they have, they have options. We didn't have an Uber. Yet,
Right.
Cabs, let's face it, first of all, the
Too
messaging.
expensive.
The messaging. I mean, okay, I was watching this old black and white movie, John Wayne, and they're over at the other families in the barbecue, and no kids, and say, hey, have one for the road. And seriously,
Exactly.
that was the psychology.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like,
Yes.
the motion MMPA would never even let that be put on the screen nowadays, the horrible messaging that is.
How about martini? People used to have lunch meetings, and I can't remember the name of it, but there was a phrase even.
Yeah, free martini lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was just the norm.
Yeah, and then you.
Get in the car and drive and
Right.
go back to your office or
Yeah.
back to your business.
Well,
Yeah.
my dad did outside sales, and they'd have 2 doubles at lunch.
Yeah.
And he's driving the
Yes.
roads of Southern California.
Yes.
Because culturally it was just,
Okay.
there wasn't the awareness,
Right. But
know.
you have made this awareness so much more acute. I could stand up there and say, I care about you, be back after a break. But
Right.
because of you, it's so much more poignant, that point that you just emphasized with your personal story. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, it's not easy, but I know it's important. So,
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like there's a little hand in the back helping.
Could be Mallory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.